There are 380,000 NCAA student athletes. And most of us will go pro.
Most of us will go pro in something other than sports.
In something other than sports. Go to ncaastudent.org to find out how.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harvick, driver of the number 29 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. This is your home for NASCAR.
$67,000 people fill this building, site of where the Kingdome used to be, next door to Safeco Field. Quest Field in Seattle, and the Seahawks so good at home lead it 17-0, trying to move to 5-4, maintain sole possession of the lead in the NFC West. And their mindset is, we want to win the division, get a home playoff game, as they did last year, the Tony Romo botched snap game, and then went to Chicago and were within a play of beating the Bears. Hasselbeck into tight coverage, throws an interception. Nate Clemens gets his second of the year, the 25th of his career, picks up blockers as Clemens now runs out of room, but gives the Niners the ball at the 22-yard line. Back-to-back snaps, back-to-back turnovers for Seattle.
Second of the year, that's $40 million per interception.
Well, this ball got away from Matt Hasselbeck. Comes on the play action, looking downfield, trying to get the bow out. The ball just comes out of his hand as he was looking for Bobby Ingram. Just an inaccurate throw. I think he expected Ingram to run up deeper toward the sideline. Ingram ran kind of a flat route. And obviously, Nate Clemens in perfect position to make the interception. If the 49ers are ever going to get it going tonight, it's right now.
Billy Badger is the tight end who came in motion from the 23, Gore. Got a good block. Gore puts his pads down, gains 12 yards. Good old Larry Allen, who's been around forever, leading the way for the Gore gain of a dozen.
Well, we're going to talk about attitude. Why not run behind the future Hall of Famer, number 71, Larry Allen? You'll see him come around the corner. Boom, look at that kick-out block. Of course, he's blocking little cornerback coming up in there. He ought to be able to do that. That was Deion Grant, the safety, who just got blown up.
Because everybody looks little to Larry Allen. Everybody.
Deion Grant is real small.
14th year in the league. He's been to 11 Pro Bowls. So good he was on the team of the decade in the 90s. And here we are deep into the 2000s. First and 10, play action. Smith, nobody open. Throws it away. The pressure eventually came from Kearney and Brandon Mebane, the rookie out of Cal.
You know,
I got to ask you the obvious
I
question.
know what you're thinking. Why did they do that?
That's right. Why not continue to run?
They're pounding the attitude running game. You just had a big gain. You got first down the 11-yard line. You go back to trickery. Sometimes you just got to put the onus on your offensive line and running backs to get the job done.
Arnaz battle top of the screen. Vernon Davis is going to be up on the right on the line. He's a receiver who can do some damage down here. Gore runs, led by Moran Norris, to the 8-yard line. We'll have third down, about 7 coming up. You talk about play calling. Jim Hostler was the quarterback coach last year. It's his first year as the offensive coordinator with Alex Smith. They didn't have many veteran options because when Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator, got the San Diego job, it was late in the silly season of coaches changing. And so much of play calling is feel. As a first-year play caller, you don't know if the guy has the feel that other veterans might, sensing that it was time to keep slamming it down their throat.
And a chemistry with your quarterback as well.
Third and 7. Caught by Battle, inbound, shy of the first down. So here's a decision. It's 4th and a foot. Do you want to go for the first down, or do you want to take the points and get on the board?
I think you take the points.
You do?
But yeah, I do. Really? I really do. I think you need some positive momentum. But by the way, I want to say...
Look at the way they played the second half. They've taken chance after chance after chance.
But again, I like the play call there. We've been critical of the play call. I like the sprint out. Play calling is about probability, not certainty. The play call was, they called the sprint, anticipating the blitz, and they had the open receiver on the outside.
Timeout. 4th and a foot. see if they go for the touchdown, the first down, or the field goal after this.
There's two sides to Terrell Owens. T.O. the player and T.O. the personality. Like him or not, the receiver is the star among stars in Dallas.
Romo has all day, deep to the left. Owens open, caught it, touchdown!
At 6'3" and 220 pounds, Owens is a prime target over the middle and in the end zone, leading the NFL in touchdown catches last season.
To the goal line, a great catch by Owens, touchdown Cowboys!
Niners going to go for the first down. While we're away, here's Frank Gore. He's ready. He wants it. He's got 11 Seahawks and all the fans down here at this end to deal with. We'll let you watch. 4th and a foot for the first down, a yard for the touchdown. Gore got it. Didn't get it. Seattle stops. Rocky Bernard and Kevin Bentley take care of business.
You negate the running game with penetration. The Seahawks defense had great penetration, stopping Frank Gore on 4th down. Wow!
The Pittsburgh Steelers' Troy Polamalu has developed into one of the NFL's top safeties. In 2006, he tied for the team lead with 3 interceptions and made his 2nd straight Pro Bowl appearance.
Another great interception from this marvelous safety from Southern Cal.
People talk about the athleticism and the physical play of Troy Polamalu, and sometimes what you forget about him is he's a very smart player.
Druids Glen Golf Resort, voted European Golf Resort of the Year 2005. A golfer's paradise in the Garden of Ireland. 2 championship golf courses of contrasting design. The luxurious Marriott Druids Glen Hotel and Country Club, featuring 148 specially appointed guest rooms and a magnificent spa and health centre. Visit our driving range, pro shops, golf academy, and get your golfing tips or tuition from our resident PGA teaching professional.
Yes, it's a glove! It's a baseball glove!
For Wilson gloves and much, much more, visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
I'm Dallin.
Interception deep in his own territory does not turn into points for the 49ers, so Matt and the Seahawks with 97.5 yards to go. Maurice Morris running. Be careful, just gets out. Penalty marker down. Let's see where that, if it's an offensive foul, let's see where it occurred. It's a hold on Seattle. Any holding penalty in the end zone is a safety, but it looks to be just outside the goal line. Play lost yardage, it would be half the distance, so San Francisco might decline it.
Holding, offense number 65. Penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Back to the stop a moment ago.
Well, a 4th down play.
Oh, we'll go there in a second. Ron,
Okay.
beg your pardon.
I'm always ready for you, Mike.
I know you are, pal. The loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12. From the 1, Morris. 5 yards to the 6. after that stop a moment ago?
Well, it's Kevin Bentley, number 57, who does a fantastic job. Moran Norris, number 44, the fullback's got to win. He does not. It was Bentley blowing the play up and stopping Frank Gore short of getting the first down. Oh, and Frank is not a happy camper right now. Of course, we saw Kevin Bentley, and he was. And you can see him getting on Moran Norris. You've got to win the one-on-one matchup on a critical situation in the game. Kevin Bentley defeated Moran Norris.
Bentley starting for Leroy Hill, who's out with a hamstring tonight. Needing to get to the 12 to keep the drive alive. Hasselbeck had to get rid of it quickly as Paris Harrelson was coming in on him. So San Francisco's defense has tightened up here in the first couple of series of the third quarter.
I know you don't think so, Jaws, but I found that a very satisfying play. The fact that San Francisco went for it on fourth down, went to try and get a touchdown and not just take 3 points, and the fact that Seattle came up in that area of the field where everybody's screaming and yelling and stopped the play.
I know, Tony, I know. That's wonderful. You got all involved with the game.
Right,
You're still 3 scores down. No matter what you do, you got to make it a 2-score game. I think you had to get the field goal there.
Klackemeyer did not hit that very well. San Francisco gets away from it. It'll be a punt and a net of 34 yards, and the Niners will have great field position yet again. And as we watch the Niners, we'll be joined by Drew Carey, who raised the 12th man flag here in Seattle tonight. He's in the booth when you come back.
We bring you college football's biggest rivalry this Saturday live on NASN. This is one of sports' most intense occasions as Ohio State and Michigan meet in a battle of pure passion and power with national title hopes on the line for the Buckeyes. Ohio State, Michigan at the Big House, live this Saturday only on NASN.
$17-0 here in Seattle. Quest Field, which is the home for the Seahawks, will also be the home for a new Major League Soccer franchise. It'll be announced at a press conference tomorrow. Franchise that will take the field in 2009 as the league expands to 16 teams by then. Here they're supporting the Seahawks tonight from the 41 back to Frank Gore. Climbs through the hole and Gore gets 10 yards of the first down. Julian Peterson. It was Darryl Tapp who came out for the tackle.
Now he gets the yardage.
Yeah, that's right.
Now he gets the yardage.
Well, one of the people who's part of that, one of the people part of the ownership group for that soccer team is Drew Carey.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Great game. I wonder how it's going to turn out.
Jaws thinks they need
if they would have got the field goal, they would have been 2 scores behind. They would have been in it.
They're not going to score 2 more times, dude. I believe they could get shut out this whole game. That'd be the exciting thing.
Gore picked up the 4th first down of the night for San Francisco. Runs again to the left to about 4 yards. So how was it to pull that 12th man flag up there before the game?
It's very exciting. They have really fantastic fans here. I'm excited to bring a soccer team here. You know, one of the things we're going to do, speaking of the fans, is we're going to offer a membership program where for a fee, like for $100 a year, you could be a member of our club, and you get to vote every 4 years on whether the general manager keeps his job or not.
It's great. Maybe they'll have a ducking stool at some point.
Yeah, we're going to revolutionize sports here in the United States.
Yeah. We have one of those clubs in the booth. Vote somebody out.
Jaws is on his way out.
We're outnumbering 3-1 now. You got Drew in here.
Arnaz battles the motion man on 2nd and 7. And Smith's throw is brought in by Darryl Jackson. The former Seahawk finally grabs one here tonight. A couple of yards shy of the first down.
Can you imagine if in Detroit they had a membership program and how Matt Millen would be doing right now?
No. How would he be doing?
The last few years, he wouldn't be there right now.
On the street with a tin cup is what he'd be doing.
That's right. But they'd be buying him back in this year. That's not too far from a place you love and know, Cleveland.
Cleveland Browns, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm jealous of the state. I like Brown Stadium, but this place is nice and loud.
Yeah, this is sweet.
3rd and 3. They are in field goal range from here. It would be 41 yards. 0 for 7 on third down conversions tonight. High, hot, incomplete. 2 receivers in the intended path. Neither Jackson or Battle could come up with it. Let's see if the field goal unit comes on.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for it again.
No.
Hey, right?
Oh.
Sooner or later, I'd like to see some points on the board from the 49ers. You're still, my same argument holds up. They're 3 scores down.
Joe Nedney has a very good career number from 40 to 49 yards. He's made a 50-yarder against the Steelers this year. So they eschew the opportunity for a 40-yard field goal. And on 4th and 2, don't get it. Battle the intended receiver. Babineau there on defense. A curious decision there.
Yeah. I
San Francisco without points again.
I defended the last one, but you're not going to get me in that position this time, George.
You're buying in, aren't you?
This time, I think you go for a field goal. Did you point that out?
Sure, I did point that out, Tony. I think even Drew agreed with me on that one.
I got $100. Right here, I have $100.
Hey, you know, we had one guy in here before, a guest that was talking about gambling, and I don't think we should do that in this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's an odd call.
The throw by Smith was in a perfect spot. Battle converted college quarterback, turned receiver, could not come up with it. So Hasselbeck and the Seahawks take over at the 23-yard line. They have not been productive here in this third quarter. Maurice Morris, the carry, gains a couple of yards.
Okay, you've talked about the soccer team. You've talked about everything else. Talk about Bob Barker. This is what everybody in America knows you for right now.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Bob Barker's like the nicest guy. He's a legend. You can't replace him. You can only come on after him. You know what I mean?
Did he give you any tips?
Kind of like you come out on after Dennis Miller.
Yeah, right. Right.
Did you get any tips?
Did you get any tips?
He told me, just to be myself and make the show my own instead of trying to copy him. I think it was a threat actually instead of a tip. Don't copy me, you punk.
2nd and 8 for Hasselbeck. Maurice Morris made a man miss, squeezes through for the first down between Clements and Willis, taking it out to the 34-yard line.
But it's different, though, isn't it, Drew? It's not comedy. I mean, you're sort of in charge of an American institution, and people really like that show.
They love it. You're throwing a party every day. You just have to be a good host, you know, and a gracious host to make sure everybody's having a good time. I'm giving away money that's not mine.
Yeah,
there's nothing better than that. It's giving away CBS's money. I love that idea.
But so much of comedy is based, you know, on sarcasm. You can't even be sarcastic in Price is Right,
but you
right?
can still, but there's still joy and happiness there because you're giving away prizes and people are happy to be there. So you don't have to be sarcastic to put anybody down.
Tony,
I'm done on that show,
Did you say the Price is Right is an American institution?
Absolutely. Without question it is.
Hasselbeck pointing. He's had so much time tonight. He's used it as a pump fake to run out of bounds and gain 5 yards. With 2nd and 5 coming up. Are you still asking that people spay and neuter their pets?
I'm
like
begging
Barker
them
used to do? Okay.
Yeah, I'm more like pleading now that they do it. Yeah, I still do that, and yeah, the models are still the same. We haven't changed a thing. It's the first year the theme song is in stereo. That's the big change.
That's the big difference.
Yeah, and I talked him into getting a website, so I'm trying to like drag him into the 21st century.
Abrea Franklin is injured for the 49ers. He's sitting up, the medical staff's looking at him while they look at Franklin. I want to take you to something we talked about a moment ago, and that's your love for Cleveland and Cleveland sports.
Cleveland rocks, right?
Absolutely.
This is probably going to be painful because it's a montage of things that didn't work.
Why are you doing this to
We're
me, man?
cruel. This is who we are.
I can't even, my glasses are off. I don't even know what's
in
happening.
baseball, the 97 World Series,
I don't hear
2007
you. My
finals.
mic's up.
won by
Something's
the
wrong with my
Spurs.
mic.
Keep going, Drew. Work with us
the
here.
Spurs, it should have been Phoenix.
This was a bad one
should have
this
been
year,
Phoenix.
right? This was a bad one.
Well, what are you going to do
Indians
about
up 3-1 at that point?
Yeah, but you know, that's sports, man. I don't think if the Browns and the Indians and the Cavs all had membership programs like we're going to have in Seattle, I don't think any of those general managers would get fired for that, for a player making a small mistake. It's their, you know, overall job performance.
But in some ways, what happened in Cleveland sports this year was a little bit unexpected. The Indians had a young building team. They make their run.
They weren't even supposed to go that far.
Cavaliers weren't supposed to be the Eastern Conference
gets to the
champs.
finals.
Exactly.
And nobody thought that the Browns would have been a team that was down to the final snap against the Steelers yesterday.
Nobody's unhappy in Cleveland. Everybody's proud about how they're overperforming in Cleveland right now, and it's good for the future.
Let's look at the highlights of that Steelers-Browns game yesterday. Roethlisberger with that somewhat controversial.
We had one of those earlier. here.
And then the 52-yarder at the end by Phil Dawson. That's a tough kick to that open end of Heinz Field, coming up just a couple of yards short. Browns are 5-4 playing at Baltimore next week.
Yeah, I predicted 8-8 this year. So, you know, I think they might be 9-7, you know, but I mean, it's one of those years where you don't expect them to win the division, but they're going to perform well, and I think they're doing that.
There were people
really
who
proud
would
of
have
them.
said you were wildly optimistic based on last year to go 8-8 this year, and they'll probably outperform that.
Yeah.
But that sports fans do that.
But I think Cleveland, they're always so pessimistic, you know, anyway, because we always get let down, it seems like. But I've got high hopes for the Browns. I think Romeo's doing a really great job with them. And, you know, every little bit counts. You know, I'd be very happy with him if I was one of the
Got
owners.
some playmakers, though. Kellen Winslow, Braylon Edwards, and Derek Anderson is stroking it right now.
Yeah, a healthy Kellen Winslow makes a big difference.
Hasselbeck rolls and throws. His pass is caught by DJ Hackett at the 48-yard line. Brea Franklin limped off the field with some assistance from the trainers. The starting nose tackle is replaced by Isaac Sopoaga. Here's the completion.
Yeah, nice job by Hasselbeck off the play action, moving to his left. It's nice the way he pulled that right shoulder back to get his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage so he can make the throw accurately. Real nice job with his mechanics on the move.
Couple of first downs on this drive for Hasselbeck. To the air for the 35th time tonight. In the direction of Bobby Ingram, the pass is incomplete.
One of those routes right there, Mike, where the quarterback and the wide receiver did not see the field with the same eyes. Matt thought the receiver was going to go up the seam on the route. Instead, Ingram came across.
Can I go back to the Price is Right for a second?
Sure.
How many shows do you do in a day? Is there
2 shows a day? I go in about 11:30 noon. I get out about 6. Do 2 shows 3 days a week. And we might go to 4 because of Power 10. The strike goes on.
Writer's strike going on. That is Hamstrung Network TV around the country. Maurice Morris with the carry, and it'll be third and about 6 coming
You'll
up.
be prime time 5 nights a week.
Yeah, I'm in the sitting pretty with game shows when you don't need any writers. I feel bad for the writers out on strike, but you know, I'll have plenty of work.
Well, your game show, I mean, most of the game shows now give away, you know, $1 billion to everybody. Yours just gives away sofas and pens and stuff
yeah, I know.
like that.
And then on the nighttime
Free
show,
dinner.
On the nighttime show, we're giving away $10 million.
10 million?
On Power 10, yeah. You can get $10 million.
It's not coming out of your pocket.
Exactly. That's what's so great.
Out of the shotgun again.
Good transition, Mike.
Hasselbeck had time, has Hackett, first down. Outside of bounds, the 40-yard line. Let's go to Susie on the sideline.
Well, it's clearly one of those adding insult to injury. Brea Franklin, who you saw get walked off the field, right calf strain, and they're calling it questionable, Mike.
Franklin played for Mike Nolan when he was the defensive coordinator in Baltimore. Was there for 4 years out of Tennessee. All Seahawks as they try to move to 5-4 on the year. The Niners looking to avoid a 7th consecutive loss. Open 2-0. With wins over Arizona by 3 and St. Louis by 2. End up running and throwing. That pass is beautifully caught by Burleson. What a grab for Nate, who's been the busy man tonight. Former Minnesota Viking, first down, 29.
And Hasselbeck has been razor sharp tonight, moving around in the pocket. You see right there, avoiding the rush, getting the ball to Burleson. He does, ooh, I don't know. Drew, your analysis? That ball may have touched the ground.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Well, they went quick, so they didn't have the chance to review it. Maurice Morris runs it to the 23-yard line. Drew, we thank you for joining us. And,
thanks for having me.
We look forward to this Seattle MLS franchise in 2009. It'll be exciting times. The fan base is
when the election comes around, I'll come back and we'll discuss it.
Every 4 years.
Great.
Thanks for coming up.
Thanks,
Great
brother.
to see you.
Can we get passes to the prices right? Tony and I want to come.
Anytime you want.
We want to win a
you
couch.
won't move the soccer team to Cleveland, right?
No, we won't move it.
Okay.
We're going to be loyal to the Seattle fans.
He should have brought all the big name tags for us. Another name tags. Would have been nice. Would have been a nice parting gift. Thank you, Drew.
See you guys.
Final minute of this third quarter. Good drive here for the Seahawks, and back to Morris. Touchdown saving tackle by the safety Michael Lewis at the 16-yard line. Another first down. Sean Alexander out. Morris has handled the running load with 19 carries for 57 yards.
We talked a lot about Sean Alexander and his failures this year. Some of this is explicable. He lost a lead blocker when the fullback retired. He lost a lead guard, Steve Hutchinson, at one point. You know, things were unexpected. He hurt his wrist. He plays with a padded cast. He can't fend off tacklers. He can't stiff arm. So you go from 5 yards to 3.3, and everybody thinks you're the villain in this piece. But the fact of the matter is, Mike, that there are extenuating circumstances for Sean Alexander. Having said that, Seattle looks so much better tonight than they have looked recently. And you can't help but note that they're going with the quarterback throwing, and Alexander is not in the game.
This season, NASN brings you more live college football action than ever before. Start your weekend off with the guys on ESPN's College Game Day Live as the crew broadcasts from a different college campus each week and lead you into up to 3 live football games each Saturday. Chill out on Sundays with more first-run games and catch up on all the weekend scores and highlights on College Football Final. And when things really start heating up, we've got top conference championship games and all the major bowl games live, including every BCS game and the national championship live from New Orleans. And if that's not enough, we bring you special midweek live games from ESPN and all the latest news, previews, and predictions every weekday with College Football Live, a 30-minute wrap-up show to keep you up to date. NASN is your only place to see all this great college football action. Log on to NASN.com for the latest schedules and information.
For Wilson baseball gloves and much more, visit NASN.com.
Live NHL continues this Wednesday on NASN. 2 Western Conference giants meet in the Lone Star State as Joe Thornton brings his Sharks to Dallas to face Mike Modano and the Stars. Live NHL, San Jose versus Dallas this Wednesday only on NASN.
To the fourth quarter here in Seattle. It has been all Seahawks leading 17-0. They've outgained San Francisco by almost 200 yards. Almost twice as many plays. The first downs are 23-4.
A lot of face painters in this crowd. See those shots?
Yeah. I'll tell you, this is a great city. I love coming out here.
2nd and 5. Fred McRae is in as the fullback, and Hasselbeck throws. What a toss to DJ Hackett. Over the top for 6 more. Touchdown, Seattle.
And Mark Roman, the safety for the 49ers, thought he was in perfect position to make that play. Matt Hasselbeck did a nice job of dropping that ball right over Roman for the touchdown. Off the play action, frees the linebackers, frees the secondary. That is well done. Hackett gets behind the secondary. You'll see him right here. You squeeze that down at the inside. You see Roman freeze right there looking into the backfield. Just off his fingertips.
Wow. Hackett's 2nd touchdown catch of the year. The extra point added by Brown. Seattle feeling fine. Leading by 24 over the 49ers. And they play the Bears here next Sunday afternoon. They follow that with a couple of road games. Mike Holmgren with designs on get the division lead, get that home division playoff game, and start to build momentum here through the second half of the season.
Matt Hasselbeck has moved up my personal ladder as now my second favorite bald athlete, which is meaningful to me and to Tirico, but not to you. He's behind Jim Furyk, of course, who exists as the favorite bald athlete because we played golf with him. But Hasselbeck making us proud at the moment.
Out of the end zone, touchback as the Niners take the field. Steve Young from our Monday Night Countdown crew.
Clearly this telecast is devolving quickly.
Hey, I am glad
so
you
nice
are
to
here,
see you, buddy.
Let's get right to the football. What is wrong with these 49ers? What's wrong with this offense?
I walked by the back of the bench, and Guy McIntyre, I played for many years. I'm like, Guy, what, Edie, I call me. It's like, there's no spunk, there's no spice, there's no quick hitting, there's nothing to get, they're stuck. It's as if they're in snow and they're spinning their wheels and all the dirt's flying, but nothing's moving forward, and it's so maddening because no one knows exactly why.
But Steve, they've missed hots, they've missed protections, they've had people running free at Alex Smith all night. There's something wrong with this offensive design.
From the 20, Alex Smith throws, completes a gain of 5 with Ashley Lilly, just his 6th catch of the year.
Clearly, it's, we always used to say, is it the system that's successful, the 49er West Coast, or is it the quarterback? And they always asked Joe and I that question. And it was always both. So when it's bad, it's not one thing either. You got to put it on the players as well. You can call plays, but at the end of the day, if you're a good player, wanting to be a great player, it's your responsibility to make the plays on the field. You don't have to win every ball game, but you got to move the football.
2 tight ends, 2 receivers, all 4 in the pattern. This ball nowhere close to the intended receiver battle.
Alex Smith is on the screen, Steve. He was the overall #1 pick. He is in his 3rd year, struggling far more this year than last year. How do you assess him so
Well, there's
far?
no question that there's things working against him, right? Offensive line, you've seen that today, in spades. You see the weapons outside, and no one's really threatening. Frank Gore's been hurt. There's all kinds of excuses, a new offensive coordinator. But the truth is, if you're a young player, Alex, and I told you this before the game, you have got to find a place where you can make plays at the end of the game. Everyone says, hey, how about Alex Smith? Did you see this or did you see that? They got beat, but he still did something memorable. That's a young player needs to do to stay on the field.
3rd and 4, here comes the pressure. There's the throw, it's incomplete. Intended for Battle one more time. The coverage was tight. Battle couldn't come away with it. The battle with Kelly Jennings, the 1st-round draft pick of a year ago.
Yeah, and Steve, you're right. Here's a chance for Battle to make a play. This ball is on his body. He's got to get his hands out there, grab the football, not allow Jennings to come through. Here you see Jerry Sullivan, the wide receiver coach, probably telling him that. Reach for the football. Don't let it get to your body. Those are the little things you've been talking about.
Exactly. And then you used the word devolve, but it devolves because they don't do little things.
Kick of 60 yards by Lee. Burleson's had long kickoffs for punt returns both this year. Unable to come away from Michael Robinson and brought down 21-yard line. Steve will hang with us here for a couple of minutes. Be right back in Seattle.
There are 380,000 NCAA student athletes. And most of us will go pro.
Most of us will go pro in something other than sports.
In something other than sports. Go to ncaastudent.org to find out how.
From the people who brought you College Game Day and the worldwide leader in sports comes the biggest thing to hit college football in years, College Football Live. A new way to get your fix every weekday with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and packed full of previews and predictions. Get ahead of the game every weekday with College Football Live on NASN.